Mondo has recently revealed an incredible new variant figure of Omega Red from the X-Men 97 TV series. He looks absolutely amazing so far and badass. So let's get a closer look and see what his set has to offer. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be diving into the new Omega Red X-Men 97 figure from Mondo. So this figure is actually modeled from his classic 90s costume, which was also used in the Disney Plus X-Men 97 series. Now this is actually a variant edition by Mondo, which is labeled as their Uncanny variant model that was announced recently following the Disney D23 event. There was also a previous model of this figure that was released as a limited edition at New York Comic Con. Right now, that one featured more of a cell shaded paint look, whereas this one it has more of an updated and modern paint job to it. Now, in terms of first look impressions, he looks absolutely amazing, guys. Right, he's a very clean looking model. He doesn't really have any huge breaks visibly anywhere on the body mold. Initial colors, everything from red, white, and silver look great. Absolutely love the blonde hair sculpt here as well. And just the feel of the overall carbonadium tentacles came out very good as well. So overall great look so far and really glad what Mano has been able to provide to us. In terms of dimensions, he is again a 1/6 scale. He'll stand at about 13 inches, made of plastic, and weighs a little bit over 2 pounds. Now, it looks like he'll probably scale well with other 1/6 figures, although his color applications may not match as well as some other collections, such as Hot Toys, especially if your figure has a lot of cloth-based material on it. He may look good with some other red colored figures such as Deadpool and or Spider-Man though, so it might be worth having if you want to mix and match our teams together. Now, Mondo also has a great lineup of other X-Men 97 figures though, available through their collection, including Cyclops, Jubilee, Gambit. And I also recently did another video of Rogue from Mondo as well, so feel free to check that out if you want to see another figure from this specific collection from Mondo, right? Now, looking more into the accessories, he does come with a decent amount. It comes with two hand molds, two pairs of carbonadium tentacles. What's cool about those tentacles is that it is bendable. So it's really cool that they've been able to do that there. It also comes with three different head sculpts. Now, I feel like they could have used more accessories, maybe at least one more. What I was thinking in my head is some sort of energy absorbing type of mold that you can kind of wrap around the tentacles themselves, like a blue energy field, right? Because it would have been great for action poses. Like if you think about the cartoon and how Omega Red, when he fights Wolverine, will wrap his tentacles around and kind of like you'll see this blue absorbing type of energy come out of the tentacles, that would have been great, right? And it would have been set up for some really nice action poses. So it's sad that they kind of did not include that here as an accessory. But overall, what they've given to us is good. I just kind of wish they added that one small accessory and it could be added to his tentacles, right? In terms of looking more closely at the costume and character design, everything looks great so far. I really do like the overall feel of his design. The paint applications on the plastic looks good overall. There's no overextension of colors and fading of it, which is good. It's also layered well and has good separation between the body parts. And I really like the updated modern applications on Omega Red this year versus last year's cell shading paint up. Just feels just again more modern, but to me it feels better. And I just like the overall look, right? I also like the sculpting on his sort of body parts, including the shoulder pads, kind of that chest and waist belt, right? As well, it came out really good. His hair is phenomenal, and also the arms where the tentacles come out are great highlights to this as well. I mean, overall, just has a lot of clean and modern feeling details in, which is good, right? In terms of actual details of the figure itself, you can see here there's looks like there's some pretty good articulation points with Omega Red. They are hidden. We do see a sort of a small break in his upper ab area as well into his lower chest, but it's mixed in very well with his four pack that you see there. So it's not like it's obviously a big break there. So it looks more seamless, which is good, right? Now overall, the shoulder, the forearm, and like that knee armor looks good, right? They feel like they're a really good accent to them and how they stand out on Omega Red. And also like the overhand armor that's placed over his hand. I like how it's been delivered to us using two layers, sculpting it as well as the Omega logo on top, right? So really good job there. And also the red, white, and silver paint look pretty good overall. I like the silver metallic reflective sheen paint that you see on the shoulder pad, as well as his hand armor. Red does have some muted shine to it, which looks pretty good on the body. Not It's not flat and it has some sheen to it. Now, what's interesting is that red forearm armor though, it does stand out a little more because that red feels more shiny. It's less muted than the red on his body, right? So I'm not sure if I like that. Maybe I would have preferred red forearm armor be a little closer to what you see on the body or even his forehead. Overall, though, the color still came out pretty good. And I like the feel of his posability here as well. So that's big kudos to Mondo. Taking a closer look at his head sculpts, you can see there are a total of 3 head sculpts here. It's similar to, if not the same, as the New York Comic Con versions. Again, this year's version has just better paint and more high details throughout the head sculpt and the hair itself, right? So in terms of the head sculpt, you got that angry face at the first one. Second one, you get the standard face. Third one, you get that really cool sinister face, right? And it's great to see that the experiment type of modules that were put on his face are more prominent this time around versus it just being painted on. So I really like that added effect. Also, the hair molds look really good. Right, even to see that nice top hat portion there, which looks symmetrical to his actual head. Doesn't feel too small or big, which I do think that the third one is the best, though, in my opinion, just because it seems more fitting. And this is more or less the look I remember of Omega Red a lot when I see him draining Logan to energy, right, in the cartoon series. So that third one's probably my favorite. Now, taking a closer look at the carbonadium tentacles themselves, there's a lot of nice details here on them. They're not super high detailed in terms of the model itself because there's only so much you can do here, but it is very true to the character design of Omega Red from the TV series, right? What's good is, again, they are bendable, so it's a nice added feature here. Allows you to really pose him in so many different variations, right? It also comes in 2 different lengths, right? You can keep him in a static museum pose, shorter ones versus an energy draining action pose with the longer ones. And also like how his hands came out. The fingers on the mold do seem a little on the skinny side. Like they are scaled well and positioned to have those tentacles come out of the inner wrist area, right? So good job there overall. Now, here's a couple of good shots of Mega Red from head to toe with his long tentacle versions coming out, right? From the pics here, you can see he has some really cool display potential. I mean, he just really screams bad guy all across the board, and he has like a really good villainous presence to him. So, overall, he'd be a great X-Men foe figure to have in your collection, and I personally can't wait to have him against and next to Logan and or Deadpool, just because of the color matching and just that tenacious feel of Omega Red. Now, pre-ordering is live on Mondo's site, and feel free to use the link in our bio to take you there if you need it. It'll run you $225, and shipping is expected around November of 2024. It is restricted to 500 units, so it'll definitely be a little difficult for you to get his hands on him. And currently it's actually out of stock on Mondo's site, so you have to be put on some sort of wait list to get notified when it gets restocked. But you can potentially expect a small handful of these to be made available as the release date gets near. I also personally ordered mine from a private seller on eBay just because I missed the window on Mondo's website thanks to work, right? So I didn't get the opportunity to log onto the site and purchase one of these. But it is possible to get your hands on it. It'll just be a little difficult. Otherwise, his pricing is on point and worth the cash you'll need to essentially pony up to get him because he does give you a good amount of details and the design has been very well delivered by Mondo. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for joining me today as we explore the new Omega Red Uncanny variant figure from Mondo. Are you a fan of this new variant figure? Let me know in the comments below what really stands out to you and if you plan on trying to get your hands on him some way, somehow. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more content on the coolest superhero collectibles around. Until next time, folks, keep on collecting.